Back everyone. Today we are headed to round two. Today we are live at Paul Ricard again for another round two of our 62 Sunday series. And today we have 19 beautiful machines on the grid today. We have a couple McLarens, Porsches, Mercedes, one Mercedes, and looks like we have a Lexus on the grid. Driven today by M. McDonald, number 716, who is in the Lexus today. And today is going to be a show for sure. Hopefully we won't have any issues like last week. Last week we unfortunately had a mass DC where we had to reschedule. I believe last week was CODA. And this week we head to Paul Ricard, and today we are going to be finishing up here our free practice session, and then now we'll be starting our 20-minute qualifying session followed by a 75-minute race. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so after today we will see how the championship will start shaping up. Welcome everyone to my name is Choco2225. I'll be your host this evening for round two of our Sunday 62 series. And we want to welcome everyone back on the grid. All right. We are now officially in qualification time. It will be 20 minutes. I believe everyone is going out, or maybe just the silvers first and then the pros. I could be wrong, not sure, but we'll know here shortly. Looks like Matt is M. McDonald's gonna go out first in the 716 Lexus. Now keep in mind, this Lexus does have a lot of power. On that back straight, that long back straight, this car is going to be an issue for everyone else on the field. Yeah, definitely this Lexus will gain some time there on that back end straight. So we look forward to seeing what this Lexus is going to do this evening. Again, it's the only Lexus. McDonald has been with us for a while. He has driven this car before, and I can safely say he is a Lexus guy. All right, then we have, looks like Silver's going out first. Then we have car number 59, driven by Jarnigan, the Aston Martin. See, now I gotta get used to the real names because I'm more used to the PSN names. So, not sure who this is on our Discord, but Jarnigan in the 59 Aston Martin car. The silvers are out first, so they will qualify in the first 10-minute session. Then we have Perot in the 999 McLaren. Then we have, we have him. Then we have F. Fabian in the 51 McLaren in the sky livery. Jesus. Then we have our Hobo, our brother from across the ponds, in the McLaren 27 car. So we'll see how he pans out this evening. Okay, then we have McCaffrey. No, not the San Francisco McCaffrey, but G. McCaffrey. And he is in the, I can't tell what number that is, but looks like I'm going to say 777. McLaren. I'm sorry, 111. I'm looking right at the numbers, damn it. So the 111 McLaren McCaffrey. Not sure who this one is on our Discord, but good luck to you, sir. And some of these drivers are new. Some of them are veterans here in IRL, but today we do have 18 machines on the grid. 19. So we're going to see how this pans out. Then we have in the 4 Lamborghini Vergara, driven by Vergara today. Then we have T. Tillery in the AMG 26 car. Then we have in the 28 Audi, we have an Xbox driver who is R. Jones. Oh, I'm sorry, he is pro. So I will come back to that. Then we have in the Lamborghini 63, Jay Regan. Okay. All right, so we'll see hydronic ends. Looks like trying to see how many other ones that useless is a cat. 72 Porsche. This back straightaway right here is gonna be for that Lexus, man. That Lexus is gonna kill this back straight. I promise you that. Then we have 999 again. Perot currently leading the race. Currently in first on the grid for the silver class and AM class. Yep, the pros are standing by. The pros will line up at approximately, they have the last 10 minutes, so in another 5 minutes and 47 seconds, they'll be lining up on the on pit lane there to go ahead and exit onto the grid and start their qualifying session. All right, so the first 10 minutes will belong to silver AM class. These guys will go ahead and get the qualifying spots in, see where they're at on the grid, then we'll have the pros go out and see how the final grid is. All right, so Fabian will go back to the garage, probably make some adjustments there. All right, then we have Hobo in the 27. Now this guy is mainly our EU driver, so we welcome him to our Sunday series. Hobo's been racing with us for almost, I want to say a couple months now, a little bit now here. So it's always fun having Hobo on the grid. All right, McCaffrey currently sitting at P3 in the 111 McLaren green and yellow livery. And we have Ricard currently still sitting in fourth in the number 4 Lamborghini, riding the black and white livery. And we have Tillery in the AMG, currently holding the P8 position. And he is running the black and green livery, looking pretty. I think this is the only AMG we have in this evening's grid. Regan currently sitting in 7th on the grid in the 63 Lamborghini. And he is currently running the green livery, red and black trimming. All right, then we have 716. Oh, currently taking P1 is that Lexus. I'm telling you, this machine right here is going to be a problem down that back straight. It's going to be a massive problem for everyone else. I'd like to welcome everyone that's viewing. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us definitely grow the channel, and it helps get the league going. All right, I'm going to give you some good-ass chocotainment this evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, go grab your popcorn, some Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or beer, whatever your heart desires. You will be getting some chocotainment tonight. Now, I know for sure this is going to be a juicy event. Now, we have 75 minutes of pure action in this back straight right here. Like I'm saying, this Lexus is going to kill this back straight here. Especially if he's catching some slipstream. He's just going to whoop on by you. Yeah, right here, man. This is where the Lexus will make up all its ground for sure. They're still sitting at P1 with a time of 1:55.7. All right, they have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, and then the pros will come out. They'll start lining up within a minute, and then they'll head on out and get their qualifying session in. All right. Now, round 3 next week, we head over to Red Bull Ring for round 3. And again, I want to apologize for last week's opener, which was rescheduled due to a mass DC. Unfortunately, that's not what we want to experience on any event in any league. But unfortunately, those things do happen, and we let the admin team decide what they're going to do. And the series admin decided to go ahead and reschedule it and postpone that race. And I think they're going to move it, not sure when. So drivers, stay tuned and make sure you tune in to the race control or sim grid for that information. Today's pit requirements will be fuel and tires, mandatory fuel and tires. I believe it doesn't show any pit there, so I'm not sure what's going on, but as far as I know, it was the last thing was fuel and tires mandatory. So all these drivers will come with a pit strategy in place. All right, so within the next minute here, the pros will line up and commence their qualifying session. All right, so now this is the last lap for all the silvers qualifying, and Fabian will go ahead, and he is done, so he will now bring it back into the garage. As you can see there, the pros are lining up as they wait for the last 39 seconds to pass, and then they will proceed. All right, we have B. Bloxham, Jay Higginson, Campos, R. Jones, M. Clark, S. Nichols, K. Sween, Jay Bonham, A. Alton. All these boys will be going out here shortly. And let's see how our grid is panning up now. All right, so currently in the silver AM class, we have at P1 right now McDonald in the Lexus 716. Then we have Tillery AMG 26 car, John again in third right now, 59. Then we have Fabian in fourth with the McLaren 51. Useless is the Cat, currently sitting in fifth with the 72 Porsche. Then we have in sixth right now Jay Regan in the 63 Lamborghini. Then we have currently in seventh F. Pearl in the McLaren 999. Then in eighth McCaffrey in the 111 McLaren. R. Hobo 27 McLaren, followed by R. Vergara in the 10th spot with the Lamborghini. Oh no, now ninth Lamborghini number 4 car, and then Hobo will round out the field for the silver in the 27 McLaren. All right. So let's go ahead and go out in the track and let's see who we can follow along here. Right now we have our team driver B. Bloxham in the 274 McLaren in the back straight. Then we have Jay Higginson. This is one of our top dogs, as well as our team driver. Last year's champion for the GT3 class, as he looks forward to retaining. I'm sorry, he's the EU champion. He is the EU race coordinator. He joins us today in the Sunday Series League this week. But again, this is one of our top dogs and one of our team drivers. And we'll see where he ends up on the grid for qualifying, more than likely at P1, but we will see. We have R. Campos, our Sunday Series race coordinator in the McLaren 2-4 car. All right, not sure what's going on there, but looks like he is going to regain control of his car and continue. All right. Then we have R. Jones, our only Xbox for tonight in the 28 Audi lime green and black livery. So we'll see how Mr. Jones does this evening in this qualifying session. We have 7 minutes and 40 seconds left, and we'll know for sure how our grid is. Then our grid will be finalized to start our round 2 event. All right. Then we have M. Clark in the BMW 23, currently sitting in 13th. Again, he has not put in the time yet, so we'll find out here within a lap or two. S. Nichols in the Porsche 55. We have K. Sween in the 21 Porsche. Again, one of our another top dog drivers. He is currently riding the lime green livery. All right, then we have A. Alton in the 40 McLaren. Currently sitting in 11th, but again, no time yet. This next lap will let us know Who is who? Okay, and we have one of our team drivers here, another one of our top dogs here, Jay Bonham. He is one of our top team drivers, teammate of B. Bloxham in the 34 McLaren. So we'll see how he pans out here for qualifying session here. Now this guy is always, man, I'm telling you, we'll know once the grid finalizes here. We'll have an idea of how this race is going to start here in the beginning. Again, the key to survival here is going to be turn one, lap one. You survive the whole lap one, we're going to have a phenomenal race. We have a lot of top drivers here, some new, some veteran, but nonetheless, most of these guys have raced with each other. They know the requirements, they know the standards, and we hope to see the standards met this evening, even by our newer drivers. And again, today we have a nice grid. We have 18 machines, 19 in this round 2 event here. Please, viewers, whoever's watching, I'd like to welcome you to round 2 of some Chocotainment. Today we are Paul Ricard for our Sunday 62 series. Now, why do we call it 62 series? We're the Sunday series leader. Tango will be 62 today, which is Tillery. Tillery is his 62 years, so we decided to name the series after him. I believe he had a birthday a couple weeks ago, so we named the whole series after him. We wish him many more. So to get to 62 is quite a journey and an accomplishment. I have 20 years to go. No, wait. 12 years to go. I can wait. I can wait. Trust me, I can wait. No rush. All right, so right now looks like our leader for the grid is Bloxham right now at P1 with the 155.5. Not too far off from that Lexus, who is only 0.2 of a second behind Bloxham. And of course, Jay Higginson in the 156.5 in the 720 McLaren. He is currently sitting in P2. All right, let's head out there. All right, I have R. Jones right now sitting at P14 in the 28 Audi. We make some final adjustments here. We have 3 minutes left into the qualifying session, and then we'll start our 75-minute race. All right, M. Clark currently sitting in 6th in the BMW 23 with a time of 1:5.56. So everyone's running a pretty close time here. Let's look at this timetables right now and see where everybody's time is at. And we can see, ladies and gentlemen, it is all pretty close here. All right, so now we have a 1:54.7 by Bloxham. A close second, 1:54.722. Higginson, Bonham in third with a 1:54.9. Nichols in fourth with a 1:55 flat. Sween with a 1:55.1. So, I mean, this is all pretty damn close. This is going to be a heck of a race today. Again, we have 2 that didn't put in times today, right now, which is Alton and Campos. They have not put in time yet. All right. I know I'm not in this. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Our grid looks to be shaping up here. Oh, Nichols takes second from Higgins. So let's see what Nichols... Oh, wrong button. Sorry, hit it too fast. I apologize, viewers. Yes, I want to exit here. I meant to hit something else. All right, return to garage. Yes. All right, so Nichols with a time of 1:5:45. Ladies and gentlemen, this is really close here. Really close. Not much separate these guys, but a damn. Yeah, not much separates them. Not much at all, but a mistake. Yeah, not much but a mistake. If you look at the sector times, they're pretty close to each other. All right, let's head back out there on the grid and see who we can ride along with, and we'll go with our leader right now on the grid. Okay, Nichols is right. So Riot, again, Riot Racing. He is back. So Riot has been racing with IRL off and on for the last couple of years, for a long time. We have not seen him on the grid for a while, so we want to welcome him back as he's currently sitting in second in the 55 Porsche. So Riot is one of those drivers who can take a break and not lose a touch. Jesus, this guy has not been racing with us for a couple months now. He comes back and hits P2, so no, no, sir, we will not. Right, what's going on, brother? Right, man. Welcome back, boss. Glad to have you back on this grid, man. And just give it all you got tonight, man. Give it all you got. Remember, awareness, distance, and you know our standards, sir. So welcome back, man. Glad to have you back, and have fun tonight. All right, drop down to third. So Nichols is down to third. Like I said, man, these guys compete hard, and look at that. Look at that separation right there. Not much, but a mistake and a fart. That's it. That's all that's separating them. That is, man, this is going to be juicy. All right, we're at 1 minute and 35 seconds, and then we'll have these cars on the grid. All right, this will be finalized. All these drivers here have a strategy in place against 75 minutes of pure adrenaline racing. Pure adrenaline racing, man. I'm telling you that the killer car here on the back straight is going to be that Lexus 716 car. He will definitely be a problem in the back end straight. We'll definitely catch the Ferraris, if any, here. And the McLarens as well. He will definitely catch the McLarens in that back straight. So that's the car to watch this evening, is that Lexus, driven today by McDonald. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we'll go over this grid here, and we'll get started here. And then what we'll do is we will start with, see, you got 19. We'll go in 8th. We'll follow the Lexus. We will follow the Lexus. The Lexus is driven by McDonald, who is our Monday Series lead race coordinator. So glad to have him on the grid this evening. Again, welcome everybody to the grid. We want to have these guys. Can't wait to see lap 1 finish and see how this is going to start, because you're going to see battles here. I wouldn't be surprised if the first, man, this is going to be who has the good break here. Because as soon as we get that green flag, that turn to the left is gonna come up pretty quick there. So it's gonna be crucial. That first turn, man, going right into that second one. This is where we got to keep our distance. We got to keep awareness at an ultimate high, because it won't take much for contact to be made on that first turn after the green flag. So we will see how that pans out. All these drivers have been briefed on the driver safety briefing, and we will get it on the way. And what we'll do is we will go with the Lexus. So when we get the cars on the grid, the camera will be there. Again, let's go ahead and take a look at these timetables and see what the separation is between all these drivers. I mean, like I said, one mistake, that's all that separates these guys. I mean, you look at the top, let's go top 10. Top 10. Yeah, top 10 is, that don't mean there's going to be battles mid. Hopefully there's battles everywhere, man, because last week we had some, before we had that disconnect, we had 2 battles going on for position. The first battle for the P2, I think it was or 3, was between 4 cars. And then the battle for 8, I think, was for 3 cars, with 3 cars. And not much was separating those guys but a DC. That's the only thing that separated them, the disconnect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we have 3 minutes here. We'll start our race in 3 minutes. And you can see that long back straight there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That is Lexus zone right there. That is the Lexus domain. So, again, lap 1 is going to be crucial. Very, very important. Turn 1, lap 1, that turn 1 is going to be the most important here because it goes right into that turn 2 in a freaky way. So let's ensure the drivers have been briefed, and I'm pretty sure the drivers know what's ahead of them. And I am pretty sure these guys will keep their distance and will survive that lap 1. So, so all those that are watching, please make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. It definitely helps the league get going. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a show tonight, man. Can everybody hear me okay? Please let me know if you can hear me, if I need to bring the volume up or whatnot. Now, I was supposed to get my PC ready to go for this interview, but apparently my PC is delayed. So, by the grace, I will have it ready next week, or a new broadcaster hired. I like the broadcast, but dang, not the greatest at it. All right. Some chocotainment for your tails this evening. All right. Some chocotainment for your tails this evening. It's always better when you have another person in the booth because it's got somebody else to talk to. But you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and do the best I can. Again, we got one Xboxer, so we welcome the Xbox driver. Currently sitting in 15th in the 28 Audi. So we wish him luck as he is repping the Xbox drivers and community. All right, we're down to 30 seconds. And what we're going to do here, viewers, is our drivers will get a formation lap in. And during that formation lap, they will get their tires heated up, their brakes heated up, whatnot. This is a 4 o'clock in the evening race, and we're scheduled for 75 minutes. Now, today's fuel pit requirement is mandatory fuel and tires. So now the strategy is going to be based on each individual driver and team. So we will see whose strategies pan out the best here and whose don't. Who will end up with a 2-stopper, a 3-stopper. Again, anything can happen. It is racing. It is Sunday. It is IRL racing. All right. Here we go. Beautiful sound. Beautiful sound. Beautiful sound. All right. So we will follow this Lexus here. And again, that turn right there, that 1 and 2 right there, it's going to be very crucial. Very crucial for all these drivers here. The lonely Lexus, as well as the AMG. All right, funky livery back there in that Porsche, driven by Useless as a Cat. All right. Beautiful machines. We have 19 GT3 machines on the grid today. All right, and I said the start is gonna be who gets the best start right now, because those top dogs in the front, those dogs all got the same mentality in mind. They're gonna want that great start. So it looks like our Campos did put some time in. Finished 7th on the grid. Oh, looks like we have one pulled over to the side there. That'll be Clark in the BMW. Not sure what's going on there, but looks like he's having some vehicle issues here. All right, looks like the car is back in operation now, and he will get back on the position. That is good to see. All right, the reason you're seeing these cars go side to side, weaving, is they want to get that temperature in on the tires. And with this amount of cars on the grid and just finishing a qualifying session, that is definitely going to assist and help, as well as your brakes. What I like to do when I'm on the grid, I just like to ride my brakes for a little bit, get that heat accumulated, which also heats up your tires and whatnot. All right. And also, McDonald is also one of our tune guys. So for our Patreon members, this is the guy they go to and schedule when they want to tune their vehicles in order to prep them for the coaches. So we have 3 coaches, all done by our team drivers. And we have one tuner, which is McDonald in the 716. So he will tune your car and get it ready for coaching. Tune it to your liking, that is. So we encourage all our community drivers to become a Patreon member. Not only does it help the league grow, keep our events flowing, and cash prizes available, but it also benefits you, the driver, getting all this training and knowledge in the back end. So, all right, looks like we are lined up a double file. And after this last corner here, we will get a green light. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Here we go as these machines line up. And hopefully we will get a green light here. We got a green light. All right, like I said, this is going to be who shoots out first. It looks like, I think that's Higgins. Let's see who's in first here. Yep, it looks like it's Higgins in the 7-2 McLaren. So we'll go up and see where. All right, so let's go over there. Let's go to the front here, and yep. All right, looks like everyone has made it through the first couple sections here. It looks like we're gonna have, ladies and gentlemen, ourselves a really juicy evening, full of some good adrenaline racing. Yeah, looks like all the GT3 machines got through. Fish is now separating himself from P2, and it's only lap 1, but all these cars are driving close. Now this is where the Lexus is going to capitalize here. Bonham sitting in third as he catches some of that slip behind blocks. And everything is still very, very close, ladies and gentlemen. One mistake, those two going side by side. Fabian Curley running in 12. The 51 McLaren. Bloxham sitting in second. Little under a second behind Higginson. Not too much is separating these two drivers, and not much between him and Bonham. Hobo sitting in 19th. Campos sitting in 6th behind Sween, closely behind Sween, who is behind Nichols, sitting in 4th. Again, this is a battle here, right here. This is all, again, let's get past lap 1. We get past lap 1, then you're going to start seeing the battle really brewing. But right now, let's survive this lap 1. Like, it seems like most of these guys will be here shortly. And we did. All right, lap 1 is now in the books. Now you're going to start seeing the grid separate here. And Campos is still behind, close behind Sween. And behind him is a very close M. Clark. And McDonald right behind that. So, like I said, only a mistake is separating these drivers, and one bad stinky fart. So, those sausage curbs are killer. But Higginson is definitely starting to separate himself and get a little bit of a gap. That Lexus closely behind Clark. All right, Fabian still sitting bottom in 3rd. Olin in 15th right now in the 40 McLaren. Then we have in 13th, Pearl right now sitting in 13th. Useless is a cat in 11th right now. Behind Jonigan, a very close behind Jonigan. Sween sitting in 5th. Close behind Nichols. I mean, everything is still very close, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very close. M. Clark still sitting in 8th. McDonald is 7th, so Mac has definitely gained a spot as he is looking at chasing down Campos, who is in 6th and a very close 6th. So we'll come back and see how Mac is doing. Sitting in 14th right now is Regan in the Lamborghini 63. R. Jones, our Xbox driver, sitting in 16th right now. And again, ladies and gentlemen, plenty of racing time. Plenty of time left in this race. An hour and 10 minutes now. 11 minutes before this race finishes here. So plenty of racing for these guys to sit back, relax. Still plenty of time to make your move, make your strategy. Tillery sitting in 9th in the AMG. Vergara currently in 18th in the Lamborghini 4-car. In 16th right now, currently running is McCaffrey in the 111, sitting 16th. And almost 4 seconds behind Alton, who is in 15th. Campos holding on to that strong 6. Hobo moving up 1 spot to 18th. Higginson still maintains that lead at a little over a second over blocks. But again, these 3 team drivers here are chasing each other down, and it'll probably be like this most of the race. Fabian is in 12th with a 2-second gap between him and Eustace is the cat. And behind him is Jay Regan at 2.2 seconds behind him. All right, keep going back to the same cars here. All right. All right. All right, Higginson in 1st, blocks him 2nd. What is going on? We're getting the same cars over and over. Bro, 14th, uses the tab, 15, okay. Nichols in 4th, still holding on to that 4th, strong 4 right now. And these guys are running pretty good times here, 1:5.57. So his time improves by 0.3 of a second from the last lap. I mean, close behind him is Sween, man. Like I said, one mistake is what separates some of these cars battling for position here. Jonigan still holding on to that 10th, but definitely being chased down by Eustace as a cat. Catching some of that slipstream. And we'll see how patient Eustace the cat. And right now, looks like Jonigan will be defending at the same time. So, oh, Eustace tries to take it on the inside there. Well defended by Jonigan. As Eustace tries to catch some of the slipstream, and he's probably going to make the move on the outside of the Aston. But Aston Martin is currently holding the Porsche behind him, but Aston got that power. But man, I'm telling you, Useless is definitely behind him, letting them know listen, I'm in your rearview mirror. One mistake, buddy boy, I'm taking that. I'm taking that. So again, patience is going to be the key here for Useless as a cat. Patience, waiting to make that move. Whether it's a race move or a mistake by 59, but 59 looks like he's pretty focused and he's going to defend this as much as he can and keep 72 honest behind him. So we'll come back to this battle here between Jarnigan and Useless as a cat for 10th position here. And the top 10 is points. Top 10 is points. So some good points. Difference making points. All right. Again, Useless is a cat. Again, catching that slipstream as they cross the finish line here and into turn 1. 59 definitely holding on and defending well. So we'll come back to that battle here. And that battle between Nichols and Sween definitely getting juicier and juicier as we progress here in the race. And there's a battle there for 4th as well between Sween, Campos. Oh, Bloxham dropped down to 6. Not sure what happened there, but looks like Bloxham had something happen where he went from P2 to P6 right now, from 2nd to 6th. So we'll see how Bloxham responds for that. Dropping down 4 spots is definitely comeback to be made here. And when you have top dogs ahead of you, it's definitely going to be a challenge. But Bloxham is one of those who can make it happen, and if he stays focused, he'll definitely make it happen there. Looks like that battle back there between that Lexus. Yep, Lexus goes ahead and slides by as he catches that strong point in the back stretch. Oh, Lexus definitely loses there and goes off. And he regains there, loses some positions there probably, and is now behind Clark. So the Lexus there looks like something happened, lost control, and then definitely went off. And now we will see how he bounces back and responds to that, as he is now almost 2 seconds behind Clark from that mistake there. And Tillery closely behind McDonald as they come across that last turn and cross the finish line there to get the lap 5 down at a time of 1:59.2. So definitely lost some time there due to that, but we will see how Mac responds. Flash to the blades, yes sir. Looks like Bloxham has been dropping like a rock, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but we'll see how he bounces back from that. R. Jones still holding on to that 18th spot. Vergara down to 19th. Again, no one has cleared their pit stop requirement, but again, it's still very early in the race. Only a couple minutes went by with an hour and 4 remaining. And again, today's pit requirement is mandatory fuel and tires on 1 pit stop. So 1 stop, they must take fuel and tires. So not sure. Now fuel can be 1 liter. Fuel could be 2 liters. We don't care as long as you take fuel. All right, so looks like Jones is up to 17th. Thank you, sir, for the update. Again, anybody who's viewing, if you're part of our community and you feel like you want to join me in this booth and get your skills up, or definitely feel like it's something you like doing, join me in the booth. Doesn't matter. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna get some chocolate. We're gonna have some fun. Trust me. You can join me in the booth if you want, and then we'll get it crack-a-lacking. Again, Higginson holding on to that now with the 5-second gap. Now this guy is definitely one of our top tier drivers, along with Bonham and Bloxham and all the other team drivers. But this guy right here is definitely, if you can battle this guy the whole way through the race, you're definitely gonna be in the top tier time. But Higginson definitely came from the GT world, GT Gran Turismo community, or F1, I'm not sure, and has blown us away. He's pretty damn good driver. Pretty damn good driver. He picked up the ACC platform so quick, more intense than the other platforms he's used to, but daggone, this dude picked it up so fast. And for all you Gran Turismo drivers, is a prime example of the transition from Gran Turismo or F1. We do have a couple F1 transitions to ACC. Again, is what you put into it, is what time you put into it. Some of the settings is what deter a lot of people from coming into the ACC world. The setups, the detailedness of the setups. But once you figure it out, man, this is pretty good racing after that. And it's a matter of adjusting your car to you, and there's a lot that goes into it. But once you get it, man, I'm telling you, Higgins is a prime example of making that transition. But this guy, he puts in time. He, along with his other team drivers, which is the WRL drivers from F1 or Gran Turismo. I can't remember right off the bat, so I do apologize, WRL, for that. But WRL is a pretty good crew, and they are pretty competitive Gran Turismo league. So we're more than happy to have WRL from Gran Turismo here joining us in RL and racing with us. And again, another prime example of the transition. And right now, this driver's about to take a 6-second gap to our second place driver. And again, if he can, right now he has the best race time of 1:54.5. Looks like something is on the grid there. Not sure what that is, but looks like it won't be affecting anybody. So Bloxham's still holding on to that 6th spot, and he is 1.5 seconds behind Campos, who's in 5th. So not sure what happened, but definitely when going from 2 to 6, something is definitely going on. Again, as a battle for, you really want to look at it, as a battle for 4 between 3 cars. But right now, the closest battle between Blox and Campos for 5. There's a 2-second gap. And coming in behind Bloxham is definitely Clark, chasing him down and coming in fast. Fabian still holding on to that 17th as he slows down and allows the other car to go ahead and get him. Looks like we saw one off track there. Holden holding on to that 11th spot as they come down that back straight. Okay, these are one of those tracks, man, I haven't raced in a long time. But this is definitely scheduled for our endurance series, which registrations will open up today or first thing in the morning. So that is a guarantee. Again, want to make the announcement, we will be hosting our very own endurance series, which will consist of 6 hours, one race a month for six months, every third Saturday at 12 p.m. We will be hosting our 6-hour endurance series, our swap series. So for those that are interested, be sure to join our community. Look us up on SimGrid. It will be posted on SimGrid as well. But ensure that if you find a team driver, come join us. There is an entry fee of $10 per driver. So we should have a nice prize pool to be awarded between first, second, and third place finishers. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow for sure, as we open up the SimGrid registrations for our endurance series, which kicks off June. Can't remember what day it was, but it kicks off in June, runs all the way to September, I believe. December, goes all the way to December. And then if that's successful, we'll hold 2 a year, a 6 and an 8 hour. So our first one will be a 6, and the next one will be an 8 hour, or maybe even a 10 hour. So now that we know the Nords the Nordschleife is good to go. We'll probably be throwing that in our endurance schedule as the finale instead of the Nürburgring. So we look forward to hosting that. And if you guys, whoever's viewing, community drivers, be sure to tune in and register for that event. Go find yourself a team driver. If you're not part of RL racing team, whether you belong to another league or you just have someone you want to race with as a team, be sure to look us up on SimGrid and enter on the event. Definitely going to be prize pools involved. Hopefully we get a nice a good grid number, and the more the cars we have on the grid, the better the prize pool. So we look forward to that. All right, we have a battle here for 10th between Jarnigan and Olton, who's in the Aston Martin. All right, looks like these two will be going at it for a little bit here. And again, it's going to require patience. We have 56 minutes left in the race, so it's going to require patience from car number 40 from Olton to make that pass. Jarnigan has been defending his position very, very well this evening, and right now he is currently sitting in the top 10 in the 59 Aston Martin. All right. Currently in 13th is Perot, F. Perot, in the 999 McLaren. Currently chasing down Uses the Cat, who is 4 seconds ahead. And he is being chased down by McCaffrey, who is 18 seconds behind him. All right. So pretty good gap between 11th, 12th, and 13th. Case Swing still chasing down Nichols, who is defending his position very, very, very well. So the two Porsches going at it for position. And closely behind them is going to be Compose and Bloxham. M. Clark sitting in 7th, gained the spot. Behind him is going to be Mack in the Lexus, who is almost 10 seconds behind him. So Clark looking pretty good here. Holding on, being patient in the BMW. As he is chasing down Bloxham, who is only a second ahead of him. I'm saying all these cars up here, they're only one mistake separates them. Again, Mack in the Lexus, 10 seconds, almost 11 seconds behind Mack, but being chased down by Tillery, who's currently in 9th. Regan still sitting in 17th. R. Jones, our sole Xbox driver, currently sitting in 16th spot. I believe he has made some positions up as well. Vergara in 18th, running a time of 2:01. So as far as his time goes, he's running consistently with a 2 flat time, 2:01. So he's right in his time range. Again, the more time you put in, the faster you're gonna get these times. I've been there. I'm not saying I've improved majorly, but I've made a lot of improvement by getting on the grid. Unfortunately, as league owner, sometimes it takes you away from racing more than what you want because of what happens in the back end and dealing with other stuff. But I have made improvements since the beginning of my sim racing days, and I continue to keep making improvements. So again, you will gain this time with seat time. Absolutely. And drilling these faster guys. Race with the fast guys. Race with the fast guys. They make you better. I promise you, they make you better. Don't be discouraged because you keep getting destroyed by the fast guys. At some point, we will get our classes here. Well, silver is only competing against silver, but these kind of grids right here where we have mixed driver classes is good. The silver can compete. And you can see here some of these silvers can compete with the pros. But like I said, getting that time. And ladies and gentlemen, our coaches are Higginson, Bonham, Bloxham, and that's all we have for now. And our tuner is Mac. So Mac gets your car ready for your coaches. Okay, so McCaffrey, boss, you have made some good positions here. So he's currently sitting in 12th, chasing down Perot, who's in 11th, but there's a 23-second gap here. But again, plenty of time left. So we do have some drivers that have cleared pit requirements. Looks like Fabian in the 51 McLaren has cleared his requirement. And S. Nichols in the 55 Porsche. So he's cleared his requirement, currently running in 15th. So all he has to do now is just bring it home. And he'll have 52 minutes almost in the remaining fuel. Then we have Bloxham also cleared out his pit requirements, currently running in 17th. So these guys will catch up eventually once the other cars start pitting. All right, Tillery has moved up to 7th. Still has the pit requirement to fulfill, but has definitely made some grounds up, some positions. R. Jones, our only Xbox driver, definitely has made some positions up here. Looking at getting in the back end of the ground of things as he's chasing down Hobo, who's in 13th, and not much separates those two guys but a mistake. So Hobo has made a lot of improvements, and Hobo is not about to get shook up by R. Jones. Hobo is not about to get shook up. Hobo's going to rep the silver class, and Hobo's going to defend this until he can't no longer from Jones. So Hobo ain't playing that. Hobo's like, come get me, Audi. Come get me. And the Audi's looking at catching some slipstream here from the McLaren, but close behind him is going to be Nichols, who is a dog. And again, these guys know the requirements with the faster cars, blue flags. So we will see how these cars respond here. Now these guys are battling for position, so I do not expect 27 in car Hobo and Jones to just surrender to Nichols, because this is, again, this driver, however the driver wants to do it, not a requirement when you are fighting for position. So that is just driver etiquette. And again, those positions, when there are cars fighting for position, a blue flag, sorry, the faster car has to get around while that battle continues. A blue flag for cars for position does not mean they have to surrender because they're being blue flagged. They have the right to continue that battle, and it is going to be up to the faster car to make a safe passage without interrupting any of that battle going on, and vice versa for cars that are lapped. If there's a battle brewing coming in behind you by faster cars, by all means, have that driver etiquette. Oh, Jones goes a little wide. He knows what he did wrong. He's going to go ahead and regain control of this car. I don't see any damage to his vehicle. So it looks like, not sure if the tires are wearing out on him, but looks like he has some slippage there. All right, Regan still holding on to that 17th, still has a requirement to fulfill and clear. Mac holding on to that 6th. Mac is holding on to the 6th spot in the Lexus, the only Lexus. Again, he still has a requirement to clear, but definitely made up some grounds from that mistake he had earlier. And again, he is chasing down Clark and has gained some time on Clark. But it's still 15 seconds behind him. So there's still a lot of grounds to make up for Mac on Clark. Before the mistake happened, Mac was in front of Clark, and Clark was chasing down Mac. and a battle was finna brew until the costly mistake from Mac. But he has responded very well to that and has gained some positions here. So we'll come back and see how much closer Mac has gotten to Clark, who is in 5th, and probably fighting Campos for position in for 4th. So, all right, McCaffrey holding on strong. Again, here a battle. Like I said, Campos and Clark will be going at it. Not much separating those two. And Campos knows that. He feels it. He feels it in that rear view. I know he's glancing in that rear view with that kung fu steering wheel grip he got going on. Because trust me, you do get that pressure now. You will get that pressure. And Clark like pressuring. Clark like pressuring, man. Something about that Clark dude, he like pressuring. But Campos he ain't gonna have that. Campos is gonna sit there, he's gonna defend as well. And he's gonna make Clark work for that position. Because Campos ain't going out like that. Cinco de Mayo weekend, and my Mexican brother is going to go ahead and he's going to retain this position here and not allow Clark to pass by. But again, he still has a pit requirement, so it depends. If Campos goes in, is Clark going to go in when Campos goes in? We don't know. Let's find out. So we'll come back to this battle here. These two dudes are brewing it. And we'll find out. One mistake. You see that slip he's catching? You see that slip? We're about to see how Clark reacts to this and how Campos defends this. There it is. These Clark smells that. Clark smells 5th. I'm sorry, Clark is smelling 4th. He sure is, man. Oh, he tries to take the inside there. Campos ain't having that. Campos defending this very well, very, very well here. But Clark is patient. Clark is gonna be patient. And then he's going to make his move when it is time. Unless Campos can defend it and prevent that. Campos goes a little wide, not too much. A little bumpy. But we'll see, man. This battle right here for 4th is juicy. So we'll stay here for a couple seconds, here for a couple more minutes here between Campos and Clark for position here. And this will be the 4th spot. Again, these are crucial points here. 45 minutes left into the race. Both of these drivers still have a pit requirement to clear. Now Clark is flashing Campos. Is Campos is going to go ahead and move out the way? I don't know. Both of these drivers are pretty quick, pretty fast drivers. And again, that is a way of saying get the hell out of my way, intimidation type of stuff. But listen, this is what drivers do. This is RL competition here. This is what we bring every week, man. And again, no incidents today. I have not seen any contact on cars today. So hopefully we will. Let me just. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me stop. We'll know at the end of the race for IR. So we'll keep the IR conversation. Don't want to do the curse. That battle right here, lady, man, I'm telling you, Clark is gonna be making his move here soon. Not sure when, but he's letting Campos know I'm going to make this move. And he did on the inside. Good move by Clark there. Catching that good slipstream, but Campos looks like he's going to take it back from him. Good battle here, bro, ladies and gentlemen. Good battle between these two drivers here. Good battle there. As Clark goes ahead and takes it on the inside. Waited patiently. Caught the slipstream. Made the move on Campos on the inside. Again, you defend it till you can't no more. You'll know when it's time, unless you got a little bit more oomph in you to defend. So now the question is, who goes in first? Looks like Campos is going to go ahead and take his pit requirement and clear that, and Mac will stay out. Again, today's fuel requirements is going to be mandatory fuel and tires. All right, McCaffrey still sitting in 12th as he is being chased down by Hobo. I'm telling you, Hobo ain't playing that. Hobo's coming for you. Hobo is coming. Then that McLaren, man. 2 McLarens going to be fighting soon. Not much separates them two, but 1 second. 1 second. One mistake separates these two. As Bloxham is also chasing down Hobo, so Bloxham currently sitting in 14th. has cleared his requirement. Nichols has cleared his. Fabian has now cleared his. Olton has cleared his. Here we are, Vergara. Currently sitting in 17th. And behind him is Clark in 4th. And Clark moves to the outside, and good driver etiquette by our blue lapped car. Great driver etiquette. And he is also being approached by Mac. No, I'm sorry. Who is that? Olton. So Vergara, good driver etiquette, sir. Good driving by Vergara. Good driving by Ricard. Good driver etiquette. Again, blue flags. If there's a battle for position, no matter what driver class you are, it could be silver fighting, silver and fighting, silver pro, doesn't matter. They're fighting for position. If you're a faster car, you gotta find your way around it. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. You cannot just expect cars to stop battling because you are approaching. Doesn't work that way. Only if those cars are lapped. But again, if it's a battle for position, you are required. Oh, so Tillery goes off track, loses the grippage in the back. Not sure what happened there, but definitely will lose some positions here. Looks like he will continue on the grid once it is safe to do so, which it is. And now we'll see how Tillery responds back to losing at least 2 spots there, maybe. So we'll see how he responds there. He still has a requirement to clear, and looks like he will continue on and maybe hit that on the next go around. Again, not sure how tire wear is happening right now, but we'll see how Tillery responds, and if he definitely tried to save it, but he saved it from the wall. That's pretty crucial as well. So allows him to continue back onto the grid, and does not have to be a lap down or lose any time by hitting the wall. So good driving there by Tillery, and we will come back and see how he responds to the mistake there. R. Jones still holding on to that 4th. And again, we do have a couple Xbox drivers. We do welcome Xbox. We are cross-platform now, so we always welcome Xbox drivers to our community, and we look forward to racing with Xbox drivers. And again, as long as you meet our standards, our requirements, we're more than happy to have you on board and on the grid. Regan will not go in and clear his requirement. Max still has a requirement to clear. Currently sitting in 5th with a time of 1:57. So again, at some point the tires are going to be going. And again, everybody has a different strategy in place for one stop. But should any other mistakes occur, you can possibly, or more than likely, will have more than one. So don't be the victim. At least we're not in the mountain where you're guaranteed to be a victim and have more than one stop. Okay, Regan clears his. Now coming back out onto the circuit. Okay. McCaffrey holding on good, man. Campos now down to 12, but has cleared his. Again, him and Clark had a real good battle. Loses little slippage there on the rear, but again, he got a new set of tires here. So give this car like 2 laps or so, and then he'll start getting his grip back here. So 156, he's still running pretty decent with new tires. As he looks at chasing down Blocks, who is only three seconds behind in front. I mean, Hobo is definitely holding on to that 13th spot, and with a grid requirement still to clear, definitely doing well this evening. With who the drivers are on the grid, Hobo is doing very well. Again, one of our EU drivers, mainly EU, but decided to race with us this evening on the American grid for Sunday. So we welcome Hobo. Always a pleasure to have Hobo on the grid and checked in. So every time we see Hobo checked in, we're good to go. So we welcome Hobo, one of our senior guys, as well as Tillery. And always a pleasure to have our guys, our senior guys here racing with us this evening, man. Awesome to have them on board.
We are halfway through, not over yet.
Oh, halfway through the race. Look at here. So we're about to Higgins. More can I say? Higginson, our race leader, and a lot separates him between him and Bonham, who's in second. And actually, it's a 16-second gap. Behind Higgins is Jones, Xbox, and McCaffrey behind Jones. So again, one of our top dogs here, probably our fastest guy on the league right now is Higginson. Again, normally known as WRL owner. Pleasure to have this guy here. Awesome to have this guy here and his team. Glad he chose IRL, man. Again, our drivers can race anywhere they want to, but we greatly appreciate these guys racing with us, man. Always a pleasure to have. These guys just make us better. Faster guys make you better. Again, still holding on to the race record, lap record. All right, so now these guys are approaching lap cars. So the lap cars will more than likely do that driver etiquette, blue flag etiquette. We do stress our blue flag requirements heavily. So again, don't want to speak too much, but so far so good with incidents, none that I have seen thus far. And for a 75-minute race with that turn one and turn two on Paul Ricard, and oh, look at Hobo showing off. Look at Hobo. Look at Hobo chasing down Mac. Hobo ain't playing with you boys, man. Get him, Hobo. Mac knows you bound. There you go. Hobo pulling on the challenge there to Mac. Racing for position there. And now 12 is a good spot, man. But again, Hobo has not cleared his requirement. Mac has. So all Mac got to do is bring it home. Hobo unfortunately has to make one stop. But nonetheless, Hobo has really had a good race this evening. Really good race. All right, Higginson will now will clear his penalty, and more than likely, not sure what Bonham is going to do here, who is in second. And again, there's a 15-second gap between Bonham and Higginson. Requirements are fuel and tires. Man, I wish we had that animation behind the pit animation for spectators with ACC. And there's a lot of improvements ACC need to do from a spectator mode and animation standpoint. But the biggest thing ACC needs to do for console drivers, the biggest thing 505 needs to do, and Kunos, is treat us and cater to us just like you do the PC guys. You know damn well you can release the game the same day for console and PC. Why make us wait? Why make us wait? For what reason? Not one. Just because you want to cater to PC. So if they would just open up the UDP ports and give us telemetry data, do you know how much more console drivers you will have? You know how much more realism you will bring to the console community? It's not complicated. It's not hard. It's only if you want to. F1 does it. Gran Turismo 7 does it. Forza does it. Why not ACC? Why not 505? That's a really good question. I would love if 505 can answer that. I challenge 505 to be able to give us that UDP port and open it and treat us like their PC counterparts. I challenge them because they are neglecting, in a sense, the console community by giving us seconds or giving us stuff broken at the last minute, ensuring PC is good to go, testing PC, and then releasing console broken. That's not a good fit, in our opinion, for console, because you do have dedicated console drivers and leagues, and SimGrid proves that as well. So I challenge 505, and I would love, I doubt it, but would like to have 505 if they were reviewing this, man. I challenge 505 and Kunos to treat console a lot better, but start with opening up the UDP port for console. Open it up. Open it up. Everyone else has it open. Why not you? What is it about console you don't like that you don't want to treat us the same? I challenge y'all. So that being said, let's get back to racing. So Higginson clears his pit and is still in first. So, and I think Hobo has now cleared his 14th. Awesome strategy there. Again, Jarnigan is, Bonham has cleared his and is in third. All right. And we have exactly 30 minutes left into the race. 31, apologize. And then we will see. Half an hour left, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty much everyone has cleared theirs. Tillery has not, and he is now. Yep, Tillery is clearing his requirement. And I think he's the only one left. Yep, everyone else has. All right, so Jarnigan now moves up to second behind Higginson. Again, it was Bonham. So Bonham took his requirement. I think Jarnigan had cleared his before Bonham did, which allowed Jarnigan to continue and Bonham to go in. And I think, I'm not sure if Bonham went in when Higginson went in. When Higgins, yeah, I'm not sure if Bonham went in that. So let's see where Bloxham is now in sixth, and he is 10 seconds behind Clark. Okay, then you have Mac currently sitting in ninth in a Lexus. And again, this straight here is the killer. As he is chasing down blocks, and not much separates him and blocks, but 1.2 seconds. So we'll stay here and see how this battle is brewing here. That Lexus is steady gaining. He has too much speed on that straight for the McLaren, so he definitely has closed that gap on the straight. All right, Mac chasing down blocks for position, and that'll be the 8th spot. And the difference between 8th and 9th in points is pretty good. Thank you everyone that's tuning in for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel grow and the league grow. And yeah, thank you. Appreciate it if you do. Keep in mind, next week we head out to Red Bull Ring for round 3 of our 62 series. Again, 62 series is dedicated to Tillery, who is our lead race coordinator for Sunday series, and he is 62 years old this year, so we dedicated the series to him. So again, he picked out every single track, so we are gonna have fun this series, and again, dedicated to Tillery, our lead race coordinator for Sunday. All right, so this battle here is for 8th between Mac and Blocks. And Blocks does know that Lexus is approaching. Both of these drivers has been with IRL for a long time. Blocks since the beginning, I want to say, of IRL. Probably a couple months into IRL being established, Blocks came over full time. Hasn't looked back since. So we greatly appreciate Blocks on IRL OGs. So Mac as well. Mac has been with IRL for a long time. For a couple years now, Mac has been with us. So, Blocks goes a little wide. Will allow Mac to close it even more. And again, that Lexus on the back straight will catch him. It's just too much power for that Lexus on the back for that McLaren. He'll catch a little bit of slip and then he'll just holla. Okay, so Jarnigan is now clearing here. So it was Tillery and Jarnigan who had to clear theirs, but Jarnigan is now clearing his. And right here is where the Lexus will definitely, close the gap here. When they hit the back straight, Lexus will definitely close the gap even more. But again, Blocks is one of our top dog drivers. He will defend this to the end, trust me. So Blocks is not going to make it easy, but neither is Mac on Blocks as far as him defending. So both of these drivers, pretty good drivers, really good drivers at that. So yeah, we'll come back to see how this brews up here. We have 26 minutes left, and we'll see if Mac was able to gain that 7th from Blocks before the race is over. So, this is that long straight. So we'll see. We'll see if the Lexus will catch him here. Like I said, the gap has been significantly closed, and he will move it onto the outside. Blocks moves it onto the inside, and Blocks. Mac goes wide. Mac goes wide. He goes super wide. Allows Blocks to retain his position. Looks like we have one car facing the wrong direction there. It might have been Vergara. All right, so drive-through has been given to car number 28. Drive-through has been assigned to car 28. All right, so a little bit of mistake there from Mac. It was a 40 drive-through penalty as well. That can either be off track limits, more than likely, and you get those exiting pit, but everyone has cleared the pit, so that's more than likely track limits. 3 track limit violations, you will be awarded a drive-through penalty. And right now, we'll see how Mac responds here. So again, Mac had passed Blocks, went wide, lost control of the car, regained control, brought it back in, but Blocks was able to go ahead and get by him again. And now Blocks is back on defensive mode, and we're right back to square one for position to where we was at before. Damn near the same scenario. And again, that slipstream, that back straight is right now. The question is, okay, so what does Blocks do here? Blocks does not want to line no slip. The Lexus really don't need no slip. And he caught him. But now, how do these two cars, do they turn in side by side? Max stays a little wide there. I mean, this is great defense here by Blocks. And the position for 7th is a lot of points. A lot of points for 7th. A lot of points. All right, with 23 minutes left into the race. And We have all our drivers still on the grid. Hi, peoples. Thank you for tuning in. What's going on, brother? Haven't seen or heard from you in that long. That long, sir. Hope you're doing wonderful. Hope you're doing great. Wherever you are, man. Always good to see you tuning in. Hi, peoples. That's one of the... Me and Hi Peoples started IRL. Put it that way. Hi Peoples and I started IRL when we transitioned from Gran Turismo Sport. So Hi Peoples being we created IRL, so he's one of the co-founders as well. That's when we had left Gran Turismo World and moved on to ACC. So peoples, man, thank you for tuning in. Go ahead, why don't you go ahead and slap that thumbs up and give us a like. So all right, ladies and gentlemen, pretty soon will be 20 minutes left. Again, 75 minutes race today. To me, even though it's 15 minutes longer, that's still a lot of time, man. After an hour, when your back start hurting, you got a kung fu grip on your steering wheel, your knuckles your hands are cramped up, shaped like zombies. You got zombie hands, and yeah, man, I'll be hurting after the race. Just feel like a Rice Krispie bar, just cracking, just crackle, pop everywhere. But and I can imagine how Hobo and Tillery feel after the race. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we gonna provide you with races every week. And again, we host Saturday, Sundays, and Mondays. So our Saturday is designated for our European Union friends across the way. So we host it. It is catered to them for the EU brothers. So that is our Saturday runs, and that series is led by Quiggs and Higginson. Higginson is your race coordinator, and Quiggs is your lead race coordinator for EU. So drivers, if you're part of the EU series, reach out to those. Those are your series admin. Then we have our Sunday series, which is this one right now. We hold these every Sunday at 7 p.m. These are hosted by Campos and Tillery. Tillery being the lead series coordinator and Campos the race coordinator. Then Mondays is hosted by the one and only Mac, who's in our Lexus. He is the lead Monday series coordinator. Now what we do differently on Mondays is we mainly hold sprint races. So everything is done within an hour from practice, quali, and race. You're done in 1 hour, starting at 7, I think it is, or 8. Those are definitely very fun. Those are mainly GT4s and GT2s on Mondays, or GT3s at times. So it all is all based on whatever Mac wants to run for that series. This series right now is GT4s and GT2s. So Mondays we like to change it up and run different class cars, and mainly GT4s. All right, that is our schedule. Also keep in mind, we will have our endurance series registrations opening up tomorrow for our 6-hour endurance series, which will be held starting in June. One race every month for 6 months, every third Saturday at 12 p.m. This allows our EU and American drivers to be able to enter and race. I believe I have those set for 12 p.m. practice start time. Again, that event will have an entry fee of $10 per driver, and hopefully we get 30 cars, have ourselves a nice pool for that event. All right, so Max still holding on to 7th. A lot of time separates him in blocks, almost 5.5 seconds. Then we have Clark, and if he can hold on to this for the next 18 minutes, 2 seconds, 13 seconds between him and Sween, who's in third. and almost 12 seconds between him and Nichols, who's in 5th. So if he can hold on to this for the next 18 minutes, man, I don't see why he wouldn't finish anywhere else but 4th. Then we have Jarnigan, really good race this evening, currently sitting in 11th. I think he started further back, way further back. Nichols, currently in 5th, chasing down Clark. There's a 12-second gap between him and Clark. And Nichols being chased down by Campos in the McLaren. Not much separate them, but a mistake. Campos is 1.1 second behind him. 1 second behind him in that red and black livery. And Clark still running that consistent time of 1:55, which keeps him at 4th. Okay, the battle for 16th between Regan and McCaffrey is going to be brewing up soon here. So, and Clark, Hobos allows the passage on the inside. Hobo and Fabian are fighting for position here. Fabian looks like he might have taken the inside here from Hobo. But again, the next, cuts him for, Hobo cuts it. That is good driving here. So, oh man. Let's see if we can come back to that battle. Eustace is the cat, sitting in 9th, being chased down by Todd, but again, a lot of time between them two. Olton in 13th, 40 car. Jay Bonham sitting in 2nd right now with a big gap between him and Higginson, who's in a 18-second gap. Again, these are both our team drivers, 1 and 2. All right, still running consistent time, 154s. And that is the key to ACC, is consistency, which is what I'm working on. On some tracks I have gotten some consistency, but consistency is one of the biggest things here in ACC. You ride with consistency, man, everything else takes care of itself. All right, Eustace is the cat, still running 9th. And again, only he can screw this up, as he is chasing down blocks and nothing but a 3-second gap. All right, Eustace is the cat, driver etiquette, blue flag. And now let the chase begin between Useless and Bloxham. We'll come back to that. Nichols defending from Campos. Jarnigan still looking good, man. Really good race from him this evening. All right, we need to get other cars here. Regan 16th, looking good. Mr. Jones in 18th. Again, he's running consistent. His best being a 157, but looks like there may be a little bit of damage there on the front. Not sure what happened. Tillery responds well and moves up to 10th, top 10, which is pretty good in points. And right now there's a good gap between the front and rear and behind him, so only he can screw this up. And if everything goes well, we'll see him finishing in 10th, top 10. So Vergara, McCaffrey sitting in 17th, 111 car. So and 201. Campos still sitting in 6th as he fights for 5th between him and Nichols. Again, 13 minutes left, so this is about crunch time for all these drivers as time is ticking down. Not much time left to make your decisions. Not much time left to make your moves. If it is going to be a move, let it be now or very, very soon. Hobo, phenomenal race this evening from Hobo. Again, he is chasing down Fabian. There's a good gap between Homo and Regan, a 6-second gap exactly. Now Hobo is being approached by Nichols and Campos, who are brewing for position here. So as always, Hobo will give that driver etiquette, so he won't screw up any battles back there. So again, we stress out our blue flag procedures. Oh, Hobo takes a little bit of air with hitting that sausage curb. Again, the sausage will take you out. Now that allows Regan to go ahead and take that from him. And again, right now I will sacrifice some track cuts just to gain some time, especially if I have none. Oh, that is going to be Regan. So Hobo gets it back, I believe. No, McCaffrey. Not sure who that was. I think that was McCaffrey. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be down to 12 minutes. All right, Hobo hanging in there, boy. Spin out, get back at it. Don't quit. Anything can happen. It's 11 minutes, and I've seen the craziest stuff happen in 2 minutes of the race left. I've seen crazy stuff happen, man. You don't believe me? I have to pull it up. It's on our YouTube channel if you don't believe me. I have seen drivers spin out with 2 laps left, racing for position. And at this point, I don't think anyone's catching Higginson, and he will take definitely this win very, very easily. And again, like I said, that started separating in the beginning of the race from a green flag. Higginson just started separating himself, and that was all she wrote. Did not look back at all. And again, this is round 2, so our points today will be the beginning set of points for our series, since last week we had a DC. Fabian in 14 still. Like I said, nothing happens here. Bonham should finish in second. Don't see why not. Oh, and then 13th. Parole in 12th. 999 McLaren as he comes across. And he's consistently running his 157s. So if this guy puts in more time, he will be in the 155s. I'm telling you, he's 3 seconds out. And all that is seat time. All that is 999 awarded with a drive-through for track limits. So he has 3 laps to go ahead and clear that. If he does not clear it in 3 laps, he will be disqualified for the remainder of the race. Now keep in mind, I'm not sure what these series requirements are, but I do know we usually, and again, the series admins have the free will to run the series how they wish on the events, everything, how they want to schedule the events. They have free realm as series admins to schedule and run it how they want. All right, blue flag presented to Hobo. And again, sometimes just giving that driver etiquette can screw up the guys giving you that etiquette. So we try to get in those, when I was, and at times I still do, I get in position to allow that safe passage. Now, the faster driver has to be patient until I position myself to allow that. Normally it's the inside for me. I like to allow the inside. Most of the time, 98% of the time is the inside for me. But if I'm not able to do the inside, I'll do something else. But again, at the end of the day, It is the faster car responsibility to make that safe passage. Whether there's a battle in front of him or whether there's a car allowing him by, make sure you do that safely. Because it is your responsibility as the faster, more experienced driver. All right, so Sween, I don't see how he wouldn't finish anything other than third, unless something happens. So 999 has cleared his drive-through, so he will not be disqualified. And ladies and gentlemen, we are under the 8-minute mark. Under the 8-minute mark. So we have about 4 laps left. All right, either 3 or 4 laps left here, and these guys will be wrapping up this race here. Yeah, I don't see how Johnigan doesn't finish here in 11th here. So good run, really good run by 59 driver Johnigan. Great race by Clark. Phenomenal finish by Clark, who finishes in 4th, top 5. Yeah, that's a big deal for points. Big deal for points. Mac will hold on to 7th. I don't see how anything other than if he can hold on to this for the next 6 minutes. I don't see how he wouldn't finish anything other than 7th. Jones running in 17th. Again, everyone is still here. Oh, maybe we just lost one. But Jones, really good run. Our sole Xbox driver. Really good. Really good. I don't know if it's his debut or not for IRL, but if it is, great debut in my opinion. No accidents, no incidents, no slam the walls, nothing. You started and you finished the race, and to me you ran consistent. So I think you had a wonderful race, Mr. Jones, and we will see you at the finish line. Tillery currently in 11th. Again, I don't see anything different in the next 5 minutes. Vergara sitting in 18th right now. McCaffrey also another good race today, as him and Hobo battled throughout the race, off and on. Even with mistakes between both of them, they had a pretty good battle for position there, and that should be very encouraging for both of these drivers, as it only makes you better. And it's a prime example of 2 same class drivers going at it and competing. Like I said, this race, great job on behalf of all the great drivers. I don't recall seeing any incidents today, so I don't think there will be a lot of tickets submitted, if any. Turn 1, 2, lap 1, all great, phenomenal. Man, everything went as planned. As planned. So the stewards appreciate it as well. Absolutely. All right, so this is a battle for 15th between him and Hobo. McCaffrey and Hobo. I say him. Again, 4 minutes. After this lap will be one more. I said, ladies and gentlemen, we've seen crazy stuff on our broadcast. Crazy stuff. Under 5 minutes. The craziest things that you don't think will ever happen will happen. So we look forward to seeing how this is going to pan out here. Will it be Hobo in 15th or McCaffrey in 15th? Again, not much separates these two, but a mistake and a sneeze. And chasing them down is Jones as well. So Jones is trying to get involved in this conversation for one lap. And again, ladies and gentlemen, the goal is to improve every week as a Silver AM driver. Improve every week. Even for the pros, though, they're highly competitors. They're high competitors, so they're also looking at improving their times as well. But Silver AMs, drive with these fast guys. It makes you better. But these battles here between the same classes makes for improvement. Makes the drivers better, more confident. And to do it with no contact, to do it with good etiquette, and to do it while competing, and not making it easy for each other. Hobo defending very well, McCaffrey attacking as best as he can, and then switch. Hobo made mistakes, McCaffrey passed him, and then McCaffrey defended. Hobo was in the attack, so that is all good racing. We appreciate it in IRL when we get stuff like this. We appreciate it. Makes the grid better. Less incidents. I mean, from constant battle here. The whole race, I can say McCaffrey and Hobo had a real good race, a real good battle for position. I can't wait to see what Red Bull is going to bring next week. Again, a very short track compared to this, but a very fun track as well. And I think track limits could be an issue as well. Campos, if he can hold on to this, man, not much. Yeah, I mean, pretty good gap between the car, between 5 and 7. So he could very well end up in 6 here. So, and once our leader crosses the finish line, we'll have 1 lap left. All right, here we go. Last lap.
Leaders on final lap now.
And a lot separates him in second place. Almost 23 seconds to be exact. So again, Higginson, one of our top drivers. This guy is just fast because he's just because he is the top gun of GT3 right now. So again, glad to have him here on board in IRL on the grid. And again, he is our EU guy, so we thank him for being up this late, and all the EU drivers being up late as hell to race with us on the grid, man. That means a lot to IRL, and we look forward to having you guys on the grid now when available, as always. But we appreciate you guys staying up this late on the EU side just to compete and give these guys a run for their money. So, all right, looks like Higginson will take P1 this evening. Bloxham well, there is a battle here for 8th here between Eustace is a cap, Bloxham actually for 7th. So we have a possible 3-way battle here for 7th. Not sure how much close of a battle is going to be, if any, but this is the last lap. I don't see how. Again, we've seen crazy stuff. I have seen the craziest stuff. So again, congratulations to P1 Higginson, our race winner. Bonham will come in second. All right. Let me go to Sween. So Sween, a very good race. Sween is also another top dog driver at IRL. He will finish in 3rd. Good stuff by Sween. All right, so Sween will finish in third. Looks like Clark will finish in fourth and Nichols in fifth. Yep, Nichols will come in fifth. Good job, Nichols. Jernigan will finish in 13th. Mack will finish in 7th. Good run for the Lexus this evening. Bloxham looks like he's going to come in behind him in 7th, followed by Useless as a Cat, 8th. Real good racing today from everyone. R. Jones looks like we'll come in 14th. Unless McCaffrey has something to say about it, but it looks like it'll finish in that order. Tillery will finish in 12th. All right, so now let's finish. Congratulations to our grid winners, our podium. Higginson in first, Bonham in second, Sween in third. That is our podium winners this evening. Clark will finish in fourth, Nichols in fifth, followed by Campo sixth, Mack in seventh, Bloxham eighth, Eustace is the Cat ninth, Jernigan 10th, followed by that'll be your top 10 finishers. In 11th will be Tillery, 12th Alton, Parole in 13th, Fabian 14th, Jones in 15th, McCaffrey in 16th, Hobo 17th, Vergara 18th, and rounding up the field will be Jay Regan. So again, congratulations to our podium finishers. I'm hoping next week I will start the podium interviews. Starting next week, should my PC be all set up. But again, a great race, phenomenal race. We had a good grid of 19 GT3 cars. I don't recall we saw any incidents, any contacts. Turn one, lap one, freaking awesome. And I think every car got through lap one. So those are the standards we at RL like to meet every week with the help of our drivers, by adhering to those requirements, by having that awareness, that etiquette behind it, and that reaction time, safe reaction time for all our drivers. And again, racing with these drivers all the time, being on the grid all the time, lets you know everyone else's habits. So as you're racing, you already know that driver's habit in front of you. Should anything come up, you'll know that driver's habits as well as he will know yours. And he will know how to defend you. It's a lot of things, a lot of information between drivers when you consistently race each other and on the grid with each other week in and week out. So that being said, congratulations again to our podium finishers, Higginson, Bonham, and King, in that order. Next week, we head over to Red Bull Ring for round 3 of our Sunday 62 series. So be sure to tune in next week. And drivers, be sure to register, check in for the race. The check-in will be available here shortly this week, probably today or tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for that and sign up for that race, because Red Bull Ring is next for round 3. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in today as we came to you live from Paul Ricard. Make sure everyone tunes in next week again as we head over to Red Bull Ring. That one is not 75 minutes. I believe that one is definitely probably an hour. So we look forward to that. Again, thank you for joining me. I'm your host, Choco2225. Join us next week, same time, same place at Red Bull Ring. That being said, I will catch you guys next week. Choco, your host, Choco2225, signing out. Until next week, holla at your boy.